Well, we've been anticipating this all morning long. It is out. I can tell you the preseason AP top 10. Coming in at number 10, Miami. Number 9, LSU. 8, Alabama. 7, Oregon, who got 1 first-place vote. Notre Dame at 6. Georgia at 5. Clemson at 4. They got 4 first-place votes. Ohio State is number 3 with 11 first-place votes. The number 2 team in America, according to the Associated Press preseason top 10, is the Penn State Nittany Lions with 23 first-place votes, just beating out Penn State with 25 first-place votes, the Texas Longhorns. So it's a clean sweep of the Texas Longhorns in both of the major polls. They're preseason number 1.
Yep. Not a whole lot of big surprises there. Actually, there's none that I think are just egregious in the top 10.
Auburn did not make the top 25.
No. Nor did Baylor, if we're just looking at that first matchup.
Nor did Illinois. I'm just kidding. They're in there.
Illinois is at 12.
Yeah, they are.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that so Ole Miss, that's kind of reflective of one of the ballots that you had earlier. They come in at 21. Tennessee at 24. OU at 18, A&M at 19, but Florida's at 15.
Auburn would be 37th based on the votes.
And Baylor would be 28th. And Nebraska would be 34th.
Woo!
So Nebraska would be sandwiched in between Baylor, Auburn's first opponent, and Auburn.
I just like that we're included in something.
Yes.
Thank you.
I do think it's interesting that Oklahoma is 18 in the AP poll and they were 26 in the coaches poll. It's a bit of not that it matters, but just interesting disparity.
It's fun to talk about. I just never mind. I'll keep that to myself. Interesting. It's always entertaining.
I feel like you disagree with something.
No, how can you disagree with this? I mean,
it's a guess. It's a guessing game.
It's a guess. And you go through them if you're asked to fill out poll. It gets really tough.
John Wilner was only off 9 spots on his Florida prediction. It's not bad.
Not saying that you just start putting in teams to put in teams, but you cross-reference yourself a lot.
What's the difference in who you put 18 and 25?
None.
Not really a difference.
No. Does LSU come in at number 9? Does that change their season? No. Clemson at 4? No. Now, maybe perception of some of these teams, where if you had an Ole Miss that ran the table, but if they ran the table, would it really matter in the SEC? I'm just thinking of an Arizona State example from last year where the perception was preseason, this is supposed to be the next to last worst team in the Big 12, and then potentially becoming a hurdle when it became the College Football Playoff Committee selection time.
No, that's a good point. I mean, I'm a little surprised, not surprised in who's number 1 and 2, but they are so close.
Very close.
I mean, 5 total points separate Texas and Penn State. That's as close as it can get, just about.
If there's a team in the top 5 that you would rearrange their order or put them outside of the top 5, who would it be?
I just think out of those teams in the top 5, I would have Penn State 5th.
Yeah. But there's not one, I don't think, in this poll or this particular year that you can look and go, well, I think that they're way off. That team is going to.
No, if you told me any of those teams won the national championship at the end of the year, I'd go, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So it's interesting because Alabama is both 8 in the coaches' preseason top 25 and 8 in the Associated Press.
Ooh.
Hey, they moved up 9 spots from the last time they did an AP poll. I like that they leave the rankings from last year.
Yeah. Because that matters, especially this day in college football.
It really matters, Landrum. It really matters.
How many of those guys are still on the team?
Maybe that's what the number indicates.
Yeah.
9, that's how many players came back.
Yeah, so 7, 8, 9, and 10 are exactly, and 11, and 12, and 13, and 14. How about that? So 7 through 14 are exactly the same.
Copy and paste.
In the coaches poll, in the Associated Press poll. I have no idea when the AP ballot was due. How much did the coaches poll?
Did you have a bunch of people firing this in after the scrimmages on Saturday? And
I think they were due last week.
I was about to say, I feel like they probably done before that. But
Before the coaches poll was released?
No,
the AP.
Before before all the scrimmages.
No, I'm convinced that a lot of these they looked at the coaches poll.
Yeah,
you're not going to get 7 identical if you didn't.
Let me copy your homework, but I'll change it just a little bit so the teacher doesn't notice.
Well, in the coaches poll, they voted Ohio State 2, AP they're 3. Them and Penn State are just flip-flopped.
Clemson was what, number 6 in the coaches poll, right?
Correct. They're number 4 in the AP poll. And by the way, we enjoy talking about it, but neither one of these polls has anything to do with the college football playoff.
No.
0.
Actually, it has nothing to do with the game.
This is random. Do you think, in terms of transparency, do you think it would help if you had a college football playoff poll that started before November, where you kind of got to see how they measure teams throughout the first 2 months of the season? Or do you think that really doesn't matter?
Listen, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just like with the media days when Brett Yormark and all these other people, they don't want to have someone is going to have a poll. Heck, we would have a poll. I mean, the vacuum would be filled with something.
It didn't matter, Conrad, week to week last year.
No, it didn't.
A couple of years ago, remember Oregon? They kept sticking Oregon up there.
Ahead of a Washington team that had already beaten them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kept doing it, and then they...
Shocker, they lost to that same team again.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to do a correction there. But no, I don't think it'll help. Fun to look at, though, the perception of some of these teams. If there's anything that I can take away from all of the preseason polls is Kansas State is Kansas State. Nobody really knows about Kansas State, but you feel good about putting Kansas State somewhere in your top 20, closer to 20.
So
it's a good takeaway.
Someone just texted me. They wanted to know how accurate is the AP preseason poll versus the final AP top 25 poll. So I did a little quick research. The AP preseason poll has a 52% accuracy rating.
So if we're in grade school, that's an F.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That means it has correctly picked 65 of the 125 teams from start to finish. Last year, the AP Top 25 had 12 teams in the preseason poll that finished in the final AP Top 25. That's a 48% success rate. The highest mark in the last 5 years was back in 2023 when 17 of the 25 teams that was in the preseason finished in the top 25 at the end of the year. That is a 68% clip.
So it's safe to assume that roughly 10 of these teams in the top 25 will not be there at the end of the year.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Look around. Right now, look around. The team to your left, the team to your right. There's a good chance one or both of those teams will not be here when the season concludes.
The lowest percentage in the last 5 years was 2022, 40% accuracy. They had 10 that made the final top 25, 15 did not. So 15 teams did not make the top 25 at the season's end.
Well, 40% is a good percentage to have in some things, like shooting threes.
Great percentage.
You knock down 40% or above from behind the arc. That's good. Gets you noticed.
It's about the only thing I can think of where 40% is good.
Well, I mean, if you hit the lottery 40% of the time.
Well, then, yeah, you're yes, Landrum, you're doing quite well for yourself.
Right.
And let's be honest, the AP poll has a better percentage than the SEC media poll.
Fair.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
I'm just saying.
Hello. Well, it was hard enough for me when we were doing, speaking of the SEC media poll, it was hard enough for me to rank like 6 through 11.
I was about to say, 5 or 6 through about 12 is tough. It's kind of a crap.
I could tell you why I was convicted in putting those teams there, but you could turn around and tell me why you were, and I wouldn't get fighting mad over it.
No, you'd be like, yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, well.
Great point.
Could see it happening that way too.
That's what makes this so much fun.
SMU at 16. Okay. Florida at 15 with the AP vote. Much different than where John Wilner had them.
Let's see how our friend Scott did. He had Texas, Clemson, Penn State, Georgia, Ohio State. That was his top 5.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got all the teams, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alabama 6, Notre Dame 7, Oregon 8, LSU 9, Miami 10.
Got all the teams right.
Well, it looks like from LSU through, let's see here, he's got LSU 9, Miami 10, Michigan 11, South Carolina 12, SMU 13. That's almost dead on, right? With the exception of South Carolina.
No,
I think the AP had Arizona State at 11.
Oh.
Yeah,
Not
SMU
Michigan.
at 16. Yeah, Michigan at 14 as opposed to, where'd you say, 11?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got Illinois at 15, so Illinois was 12 in the AP poll.
So with his ballot, you could put out plus or minus a 3-point. A 3-degree guarantee. He's within 3 on most of those that he didn't nail.
And again, kind of goes back to what you're saying. I think a lot of us agree on the teams that are deserving of being in the top 15 or 20. It's just, how do you scramble them up? But everyone's going to have the same teams.
Yeah.
It's just, where do you have them?
Also interesting, the August 30th meeting between Texas and Ohio State, it will be 1 versus 2, according to the AP, right?
Yes. Or no, 1 versus 3.
No, that's in the
1
coaches
versus
poll.
3.
Mhm.
That's in the coaches poll. Yeah. That would have been, if Ohio State would have come in at number 2, that would have been the first ever 1-2 meeting matchup in AP history the first week of the season.
So can we just use the coaches poll rankings on TV? Just so it looks better, just put
So
the 1 and 2 up?
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not sure about the coaches poll. So Brett McMurphy, what was that stat that he just gave?
So he just tweeted out, Vanderbilt remains the only power conference team that has never been ranked in a preseason AP top 25 poll.
Well, if there's ever a year to do it, it would have been this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it'll ever happen now.
No, just add that to the disrespect. Put that in the disrespect bag for Diego Pavia.
Yeah, they did not. They're not a part of the others receiving votes category either. So they would be. They're somewhere in the 50s,
Wait a second.
60s.
Wait,
40s,
Landrum's going to
50s.
get earrings because they're going to be playing for national championship.
Yeah.
Are you aware of this, Bet?
I am, yes.
Oh.
Here are some schools that got votes to be in the top 25, and Vanderbilt did not. Liberty, Louisiana Lafayette, Colorado, Pittsburgh, Iowa, Duke, Florida State. Bulletin board material for Coach Lee.
How many votes did Florida State get?
They got 8. They are sandwiched between Memphis and Duke.
Okay.
So they would be they would be 40th. Top 40 matchup. 19 days away.
So how?
ACC. Oh, you're talking about that game. I was saying ACC primetime for the other two that you mentioned.
Yeah.
All right, ACC primetime.
So if
With
Florida,
Jimbo Fisher on the call.
So basically, if Florida State beats Alabama, that would be the equivalent of Memphis beating Alabama,
Correct.
according to the AP,
Correct.
or Duke.
Or Duke. Mm-hmm. But it would be better than losing to Vanderbilt again.
Where's Wisconsin? Did they receive?
They did not.
Wisconsin was a top 25 team last year when Alabama played them.
Yeah, they were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had.
That helped out the numbers at the end of the year until Alabama lost to Oklahoma.
A little sad that Chapel Bill also didn't get any votes.
North Carolina didn't get any?
Don't see him.
Just like his girlfriend on the beauty pageant.
They're going to be the Arizona State. Everyone's doubting them right now.
Yeah.
Just wait until they step on the field. Just wait. You've never seen a more unified group of players.
Well, one thing's for sure, based on the information that I was given over the weekend, they have they feel very confident on the North Carolina folks paying a lot of money for their tickets.
Bill's looking good too.
Yeah. Looks like he needs to be wearing a man's ear.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Jordan likes it.
It's a good look for him.
She prefers him a little healthier.
Well, she might be jealous.
All right.
I can't argue because I guess potentially she could be.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I think that'd be weird. Pat, you got the picture that I sent you as I was out and about this weekend.
Yes.
That maybe you could do something with.
Yes. I'll see what I can.
The group will love it.
Yeah. I like how he sends it to me.
Yeah.
He wants me to fix it.
And that was in real time, too.
Yeah.
I was standing there. I can only imagine the people that were walking by.
When you're
like, why is he taking a picture of this?
Well, Artec Tractor in Jasper is having a sale on all of their fluids and filters from now until the end of September. This is on all oil filters and air filters, also all engine oil and hydraulic oil. That is 15% off those items. Locally owned specialists in mowers and tractors. Artec Tractor. You need to go to artectractor.com and you check out everything that they can offer. You go by and see them just north of Jasper on Highway 5. I called Jeremy when I was in the market for a zero turn, and he was able to point me in the right direction. I got myself a Toro. They also have Cub Cadet, Gravely, Bobcat, Spartan, also residential or commercial grade. More brands and better selection than those big box stores. So get by and see them just north of Jasper on Highway 5. That's artectractor.com.
It is Reaction Monday here on 3 Man Front. We got your texts, we got your phone calls. A lot of you reacting to the AP poll that was just released for the college football season. We'll continue to discuss. It's 3 Man Front, and we are Jocks.
So we've been discussing the preseason Associated Press poll that just came out at the top of the hour. Alabama's preseason number 8. Auburn did not qualify for a top 25 ranking. You know, remember in the offseason, especially when it came to media days, when the Big Ten, remember how they were boasting in the Big 12 about how deep their conferences were? Remember that? How deep and how great they were?
Yep.
Isn't it amazing that the SEC had 10 teams ranked in the preseason top 25? The Big Ten, 6. I guess all the talking points did not sway enough voters before the preseason top 25 came out. So the SEC, once again, being a deep league, remember what did Rhett Leslie say? It's not a very deep league.
Too top heavy.
No, it's not a deep league at all. Nothing to see here. ACC, man, we're deep. SEC, 10 teams in the top 25. Big Ten, 6.
Well, you can celebrate the kickoff to college football with us at the Bill Smith Buick GMC Jocks Kickoff Party. It's at Regions Field on Thursday, August 21st, and the only way to go is by winning tickets. So to win a pair of tickets for you and a guest, text the keyword SCORE and your full name to 205-834-9450. Once again, the keyword SCORE and your full name to 205-834-9450. Winners are drawn and notified daily, and for more information, visit jocksfm.com.
What do you think the excuse will be for the Big Ten when somebody asks that question, brings up that stat that you just did?
Sure somebody's like looking over the 65 pollsters across the country, and they're saying that it's SEC bias because there's more Southern voters than Rust Belt voters.
Did the poll that did not include certain Big Ten teams, are they going to make the argument they cannibalized themselves? Their metrics were so good and so even that they just canceled each other out? Is that what we're going to get? 800-239-WJOX. Let's go to Don Don. Hey, Don Don.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
We're great. How are you?
Good. Hey, question. What did you, Pat? What did you say? Auburn came out at 38.
37th, I believe.
Well, that's kind of ironic because that's my recruiting ranking right now. There, my friend.
Do you have recruiting rankings, or are you talking about that's where On3 has them?
No, I'm just saying. Hey, Pat's been giving us Auburn people, and especially me, about us being last in recruiting, and I just wanted to kind of throw a little barb and that we're not last no more.
Hey, how did your Cubs do this weekend in St. Louis, Don Don?
Woo! I was hoping you weren't going to say that.
He probably wasn't.
Yeah, you got me.
He probably wasn't going to say it, but you asked for it.
I did. I always do, don't I?
You do.
Well, no. Anyway, guys, thank you for having.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw off your
well,
talking points, Don Don. I just had to get that in.
Back to the script.
I know. I mean, what are y'all going to do without me for 10 days?
I thought you were going to call us ship to shore. Landrum was going to give you his credit card, and you were going to call us on the captain's phone.
No. Actually, my friend, I'm going to try. Key West will not be an international call, so I'm going to call you from the beach, Key West.
Very nice. All right, so where's all the so I did not ask you this at Social Taco last week. So where are the ports of call during this trip?
Okay, Key West, then Nassau, and I believe the third one is Freeport. But when we get back, we get to stay in New Orleans at Caesars or Harris for a night for free. So speaking of that, I need y'all's advice on something. And Pat, I'm not sure if you've looked at it lately. The Auburn Baylor line has switched back and forth, and now looked at it a few minutes ago. Auburn's 2.5.
Okay, so Auburn's back as a favorite.
Okay, and I got a question. I looked at the Alabama-Florida State line for FSU Day versus Conrad, and that's now gone up to 13.5.
Ooh, okay.
So does Conrad? Do you have to give him 13.5? You got to give him whatever the line is the week of the game?
Yeah, it's whatever. So 2 weeks from today, whatever the line is on that day, that's what we're going to base the wager on.
Okay, what if I gave you Baylor plus 2.5 and for a little how about a bet for chicken feathers? Whoever loses has to buy the other one chicken feathers on a
Why don't y'all tease it? Why don't y'all tease the bet?
Well, I was going to say I like the offer from Don Don, but I think Auburn's going to win that football game. So,
well, there you go. Well, thank you, Conrad.
Well, then you're going to take Auburn in the 2.5.
Well, yeah, but I think he was offering me the other side of that because I assumed Don Don wanted the plus 2.5.
No, I was going to give you Baylor plus 2.5.
Actually, it's down to 2. I'm sitting here looking at it right now. It is. Since you've been on the phone and you said that you liked Auburn, it fell a half point.
Golly, Don Don.
It's now, and the point total is 58.
Well, Pat, I'm going to tell you something. Have you ever seen a game like this? Like the first week of the season with so much action on it.
It's interesting because it's flip-flopped numerous times. Auburn opened as a favorite, and then it got down to about a pick 'em. Then Baylor went about a point or so ahead, and then now Auburn's a 2-point favorite. And by the way, Alabama is a 13-point favorite, not 13.5, but they are a 13-point favorite right now. And FSU Dave just texted in. He said it's a game day line, Conrad, not the week of.
Oh, it's game day? Okay, that's fine.
So
okay. And everything. Well, yeah, that's going to be a lot of good topic of conversation. Matter of fact, FSU Dave and PG's son Joseph have invited me, PG, Maria, and Constance to their Florida State watch party.
Oh,
so let me ask you this: since I'm sitting here looking at it, I'm just curious. LSU is a 4.5-point underdog on the road at Clemson.
Well, yeah, I tell you what. They might end up taking that off the board, guys, because of Nussmeier's injury. They don't know if he's going to play or not.
Nussmeier will be there.
Don't be spreading all that message board gobbledygook.
He's going to play.
Well, that kid is tough as nails.
He played in a scrimmage on Saturday.
He played in a scrimmage, Don.
Well, I'm going to tell you, speaking of message boards, Landrum, my Auburn message board has been nuts over a scrimmage, and it's amazing on every message board, on every team, how many so-called insiders you have trying to say that they know about a scrimmage game, okay? It's just ridiculous. And something funny to tell you real quickly, because I know you got other people waiting. Landrum, I got imitated on the Auburn Live show last night from a caller pretending to be me again.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm saying? But Jay Lee and Co. actually fell for it because the guy's voice sounded like my voice. He did a great job.
I'm sure he did.
I'm gonna have to let y'all listen to that in the morning anyway. But anyway, everybody. Molly, or you or Conrad going to be there tomorrow?
I don't know yet, Don.
We don't know.
Well, Conrad, I don't mean this in a bad way, but it's Molly's turn. We need to see Molly tomorrow.
All right. Don, thank you so much for the phone call. We love you. We continue here on Three Man Front. We will get to your text. More of you are waiting to chime in. On the phone lines, we'll do that as well. As Three Man Front continues on this Reaction Monday on your home for college football and more. Jocks.
Phone lines are open, 1-800-239-WJOX. The Courtesy GMC text line, 205-834-9450. We're just talking about some future point spreads. Just doing a little looking during the commercial break, just tweeted this out. The current Alabama point spreads via betonline.ag. Bama, 13-point favorite against Florida State. Georgia is a 4-point favorite against Alabama. Bama is a 12.5-point favorite over Tennessee, 6.5 over LSU, 13.5 over Oklahoma. And if the Iron Bowl were played today and you wanted to make a friendly wager based on the Las Vegas point spread, Alabama would be a 7-point favorite on the road at Jordan-Hare against the Auburn Tigers.
Did you say South Carolina? Is that
South Carolina was not listed.
Not listed?
Nope.
That'll be an interesting one just based on how the season goes. I would think Alabama may be a slight favorite right now, but we'll see, I guess, when you get to that point in the season.
Yep.
I was just looking at the college football playoff odds. Had changed for any of these teams, according to BetOnline. But
based on the poll that came out?
Well, not based on the poll, but just based on, I haven't checked these in a while and just seeing if they had updated or changed, or if there was anything that looked kind of out of the ordinary.
You don't see Florida in the top 5 of title odds now?
I don't see Florida in the top 5. In fact, I see Florida with a less of a chance to make it than Auburn, less of a chance to make it than Kansas State, Louisville, Texas A&M, Michigan, Tennessee, Boise, Ole Miss, and then the top 10.
I guess Wilner's bet hasn't hit yet. They got to reshuffle it once.
So how about this? If the preseason AP poll was the final of the CFP rankings, Alabama would host LSU in a December playoff game.
Sign me up for that.
After hosting them in the first part of November at Bryant-Denny. How about that?
That would be awesome.
LSU in early November, Bama and LSU in December at Bryant-Denny.
Just in time for Nussmeier to be completely healthy. 800-239-WJOX. He is poetic. He waxes that way sometimes. Crimson Convict. Hello.
What's up, fellas? Hey, Pat, how you going to do Don like that, man?
I'm sorry. Couldn't resist.
Broke his spirit for the day, didn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't have a whole lot. He hadn't had a whole lot to celebrate here recently. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're right.
But, Pat, you know what I always say. You know why you kick a man when he's down, right?
That's right.
When he's closest to your feet.
That's right.
It's all about efficiency.
Got to take care of it. Got to take care of it. When you have an opportunity, when you have that foot on the throat, you have to finish it.
It's a killer instinct, brother. And
That's right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate that.
I've been trying to get in a few times, and I know at least Landrum does. He cringes every time he sees my name on the call screener. But
no.
Yes, you do.
No, I actually
I will tell you
would want to go to you first.
Well, I will tell you this, Landon, to ease your heart. I am a God-fearing, Jesus-believing man, and I've got a good woman who keeps me that way. Just still a little rough around the edges. I'm just working on it.
Amen. God is great.
Well, I will ask you this. So I guess you saw, both of you, and I know that it's a publication of note, where Pro Football Focus had Alabama as having the best offensive line in the country and the second best defensive line in the country. And I just found out from Conrad that the defensive line didn't look real good. What are your thoughts on that, Pat? And is it really the accuracy of it that comes into play?
Based on the information that I've had so far in fall camp, I think the defensive line is going to be an area of concern. Now, when I say area of concern, that doesn't mean that they're going to be bad. It just means that with other aspects of the football team, they expect those guys in the other position groups to have better seasons. Rodney Orr has been very outspoken on this topic over the last year or so in regards to them trying to develop more interior defensive linemen. It's about depth. The first part of the scrimmage on Saturday, Alabama's offensive line did very well. Towards the back end of practice, the defensive line started to get into the backfield more. They started to create more havoc, which I'm not really sure what the reasoning, what that was, if the offensive line was outperforming or the defensive line just was not having a very good day. Like I said, Crimson Convict, I do not think that this means that Alabama's defensive line is going to be trash. I just think that of all the aspects of the football team that they currently have and the way things have been going in the fall, I think that is the area that is the weakest so far. Pro Football Focus, as you mentioned, they had them at number 2 in the nation, which that made people like Conrad very happy to see that. But I kind of shrugged my shoulders when I saw that, to be completely honest with you. I do not think they have the second best defensive line in college football.
However, we do have, correct me if I'm wrong, is LT Overton a preseason All-American? Is he on the list?
I mean, not probably maybe a second team, potentially. I mean, because I'm just thinking of the SEC. I mean, I definitely think he was a SEC. I'm not sure that he would be a national All-American first team. I definitely say he's a second teamer.
ESPN has him as a first-team All-American.
Okay. Well, there you go. I stand corrected.
So we got preseason All-Americans on both sides of the trenches preseason. And I mean that's optimistic. I do. Let's put it this way: if we're not going to get pressure up front on the defense, then I really like how our secondary is as far as being able to lock down and control those guys to give them a little bit more time. So it's a yin and a yang. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, guys, since I've been here. And listen, I'll get back with you here pretty soon.
Hey, listen, you need to have a conversation with your boss about you not being able to participate more in this program.
Yeah, I'll let you have that conversation with him. How about that?
Hey, if we have to send a note, we'll do what we can.
Yeah, get a note from my favorite sports talk show.
Absolutely.
As far as the reason why I can't do my job and I got to go to Taco Tuesdays.
Well, I mean, it's a public service. I mean, you're there for the people. So
I would agree with you, and I'll be there for them first week, guys. I'll holler back at you.
Thank you, man. Take care. Appreciate the call. 1-800-239-WJOX. The Courtesy GMC text line, Landrum, is open, and we've got a full bank.
We do. 205-834-9450. Pizza Larry. You guys are too hard on yourselves. The SEC media poll is 100% accurate. All the teams in the media poll are in the final SEC standings. Thank you so much. Going back to the 40% clip, 40% is a Major League Baseball hitter. Gets you in the Hall of Fame. It does.
30% gets you in the Hall of Fame.
I was about to say 40%, you're an all-timer. It's a great point.
Is it Luis from Homewood? Or Lewis? Luis. Clemson should be ahead of Ohio State. They don't even know who the quarterback is yet. I'll buy that.
Fierce competition in Columbus, according to Ryan Day.
Nick from Prattville. I'm a firm believer Miami will be this year's version of 2024 Florida State. Worth noting, FSU was ranked 10th in the first AP poll in 2024. Just saying. Yep.
So they're going to get left out of the playoff for Alabama?
So Nick thinks that Miami is going to go 2-10 this season.
Oh, I was thinking 2 years ago. Sorry. Yeah. No, that would be shocker. Again, I don't think anybody would be necessarily shocked if Miami went 9-3 and missed the playoff, but if they went 5-7 or something like that, I think probably looking at a new coach.
Mason asked, do you think the main concern with Bama in the polls ranking them a little lower is solely the uncertainty at quarterback, which in my opinion will be vastly improved? Mason. I think it has something to do with it. I think who the head coach is has something to do with it. There was a Nick Saban factor.
Think about this crazy stat, since we're talking about the AP.
And it was earned, by the way.
Preseason top 25. LSU, Oklahoma, Florida, Mississippi State, those teams in the SEC have more top 25 teams on their schedule, 7, than Penn State and Indiana have combined.
That's not surprising. That is not surprising. I will say, too, back to the point about Alabama, and I think, if you're an Alabama fan, you probably can recognize this, but let's be honest. This is a team that over the last few years, you're not as disciplined. You get penalized more often. They don't do the fundamental things as well as they used to, and I think that's the kind of stuff that factors into these preseason polls is can we bank on them being better than those areas or not?
I mean, seriously, the Big Ten talking points and about how Bielema ran his mouth and Kirk Cignetti wanted to make headlines and all this crap. I mean, it's not holding up. I mean, these national voters, they're not buying it. So all this talk about the SEC not being deep, like Rhett Lashley said, I mean, the proof's in the pudding. When Penn State and Indiana only playing 6 ranked opponents, according to the AP preseason poll that just came out, and LSU, Oklahoma, Mississippi State, Florida playing 7 apiece. I mean, come on.
This one reads, Don will have the last laugh. Can't wait to see all the crow on this particular show. Well, when the Cubs win the World Series, we'll tell them congratulations. Oh, yeah, I think he meant Auburn. What is Don? What is his prediction anyways? So how does he get the last laugh? Because I don't know.
I think his last laugh is he's taking a shot at me about recruiting. So, I mean, I guess he's subscribing to Ronnie Sanders saying that Auburn will have a top 15 recruiting class when it's all said and done.
Looks a lot more likely now than it did 2 months ago.
And by the way, I've not predicted that Auburn was going to be dead last in the SEC. All we've done is we reported daily whatever the rankings are. And the rankings, they're on the move up.
I was about to say, I think for the last couple months, we've been very steadfast that, Auburn will probably finish with a top 15 or top 20 recruiting class, and they should.
Don, and the back and forth, I love this. I saw where Conrad responded, and he threw out there, hey, Conrad, I'll take Auburn +7 now for a lunch. And apparently you responded and said, let me see a game or two first. And now Don has responded and said, are you scared, bro?
Are you?
Are you fearful?
No, I just don't like betting on the final game of a regular season before we've even seen either of these teams in action at all. Also, it's in Jordan-Hare. I wouldn't be surprised if Auburn won the game. I wouldn't be surprised if Alabama won by a field goal.
By the way, going back to Crimson Convict and talking about the rankings and PFF and putting out offensive line, number 1 in the country, number 2 defensive line in the country, there have been years where Alabama was ranked in both the coaches and AP poll higher than 8th, where they weren't ranked number 1 or number 2 in those respective areas.
Also, how many years going now? Is this 3 or 4 years in a row where we've been told every year that Alabama has the biggest and the best offensive line in college football, and then they don't? So maybe it'll be better this year, but recent track record, not going to be the best.
This one reads, we'll just have to get to it. It's circle. It's buffering. Must be really important. We continue. It's Reaction Monday here on 3-Man Front. We'll get to more of your texts, more of your phone calls as well. Get closer to college football season on this Monday.
It is 11:50 here on Jock's Top of the Hour. We will talk to Nick Kelly from AL.com. Are you tired about worrying about your roof? Whether it's your family home or a commercial building, Abide Roofing delivers tailored solutions for every need. At Abide, it's about more than just a new roof. It's about a team of highly skilled pros who bring their A game every job. They work with precision and pride, using only the best materials to guarantee durability and lasting value. With over 25 years of trusted experience, they have the expertise to get the job done right the first time. We know dealing with insurance companies can be a hassle, so don't let it hold you back. The experts at Abide Roofing, they're masters at navigating the claims process to get you the coverage you deserve. And with their comprehensive warranties on both products and craftsmanship, you'll have peace of mind for years to come. So call Abide Roofing today, 205-941-6223, or go to their website, abideroof.com. Abide Roofing, quality, precision, and customer satisfaction every time. 205-941-6223.
And texts continued to roll in during the commercial break. Conrad, this one's for you. Justice texted in. He says, tell Conrad to quit being a pansy.
Except he didn't use the word pansy.
Okay, so what was it?
I'll bet Don a lunch on the Iron Bowl.
7 points.
Auburn plus 7?
Auburn plus 7.
Let's make it dinner.
So you're gonna bet Don.
You know, soup does not count as dinner.
Thank you, Seinfeld.
And this is going to be at your house, right? Dinner at your house.
Yep. Paige will cook for us. It'll be great.
Okay, there you go.
Candlelit.
The bet has happened.
Yep.
I love this. Last week, it was Landrum saying that he's going to get double piercings if Vanderbilt plays for a national championship.
Ear. Just for people who weren't listening. Ear piercings.
And so
Make
now,
sure you clarify that.
So now Conrad, well, I'm good at clarifying things.
Yes.
He's good at clarifying things the way he wants to clarify.
Exactly.
The way that I hear them.
Correct.
Exactly.
It's not the way that they really came out of your mouth. It's the way that I interpret them.
Yep.
And so now I interpret that Conrad has just bet Don 7 points going Don's way. Now, there's no hook involved. Right now, it's 7 points. Bama's a favorite over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. And so if Don wins the bet, Don will get a candlelight dinner, homemade, there at the Conrad Van Order household.
Yep.
You
That's
said
right.
Paige will be cooking.
She will cook, yes.
There you go. Very nice of you to volunteer your wife to do
Will
that.
you wear,
sure she
will you wear a
appreciates it
coat
as
and
well.
tie?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
No tuxedo.
We'll have to stream this live if this happens.
It's going to be a black tie event.
We will have to stream it live.
Let's go to Miles. He's in Mississippi. Hey, Miles.
Good morning, all. Hope everybody's well.
Yes, sir. Hope you are.
I am. I had a couple questions I was hoping y'all would give me your opinion on. First off, do y'all think the Georgia-Auburn rivalry will ever go away?
I don't. But as far as playing it every year, if that's what you're asking, I could see where that at some point gets disrupted.
Okay. I know at one point the SEC was looking at going to pods or mini divisions. Do you think that's still in play somehow in the future? Even like if they expand a couple teams, do you think they would do something like that, or do you think we're kind of just going to be the way it is?
You know, I think they would potentially look at that if you were to add maybe a couple more teams or so. But I have not I have not heard that conversation in a couple years. You know, I think what's the funny line that people say? You're getting to the point now where you get past 16, it's not so much a conference, it's a league. You know what I'm saying? It's like the National Football League.
Yeah.
And because it's so difficult to schedule and give everyone an opportunity to play everybody in your conference, which is now getting as big as some leagues. So it might be more efficient looking at that pod system, but I think once they scrap the divisions, I don't think it'll ever come back.
Gotcha. Y'all, I appreciate it.
Miles, we
Have a good
always
day.
appreciate you.
Thanks, Miles. Thanks for
thank
listening.
you. You
Thanks
as
for the
well.
call.
More texts coming in. Max says, tell Conrad he owes me 2 hours of my life back from watching Happy Gilmore 2 on his recommendation. That was painful. I liked it.
That's
as well.
I don't understand why people don't like it.
No, I was playing with golf with a group of guys this weekend, and
It's not as good as the first one, but why would you expect it to be?
What were your expectations? Where could they have gone with that plot line? Exactly where they
I
did.
enjoyed all the cameos, personally.
I did too. Who knew that Happy Gilmore would divide us? Happy Gilmore 2 would divide us. We continue. 12 o'clock hour, more college football news, more of your reactions from the weekend and speculation moving forward. Three-man front, your home for college football and more, right here on Jocks.